Welcome to the Goddesses Welfare. It's time to learn, time to inspire. Set your inner business fire. This is your land, your sacred space for everyone.
Hello. Welcome, Goddesses. This is Jasmine, your host, here at Goddesses Well Lab. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about something that I have learned, not only in my business, but in everything that I have wanted to succeed on. I believe that every woman have a different journey in their business. But I believe these three strategies is something that have helped me to continue to strive for better, to be able to continue. And these three strategies, I also have learned it. So I have heard about this before, but I have to leave it to actually say what I'm going to say today because, they will tell you will listen to this many times in other podcasts and other people, different form of it, but the core of it is something that you will understand it as soon as you leave it. So this is not again a strategy, another marketing tactic. This is actually, I believe, from my studies and also in my personal journey in business, to be the key elements to have in business, a successful business, in a successful activity or in a successful project. So let's get started. The first mindset is start before you feel ready. What does that mean? Confidence, in my opinion, is something that you build on. It's something that after practice you will, master it. And that goes with anything from riding your bike to singing to anything that you have start in something new will actually help you. With practice will help you to continue grow in your confidence as well. So that myth that you have to be 100% ready to start a business is definitely a myth. I don't recall or know any business that I know they are successful. They started already knowing exactly what to do. So you probably can have all the elements. You can have the perfect logo. You can have the perfect model of the business that you're trying to implement. But it doesn't mean that you and your confidence, you're 100% ready. It's not possible because if it's a new business, then you would not be 100% ready. It's something that needs to build with practice. I remember clearly when I started my business, I didn't have a logo. I did not have any of that. And I just said to myself, I'll start having the product. I have 10 products. I have whatever products I have. And I start with that, and then we'll figure it out along the way. And if you ever went to, now with technology too, it's so easy to start a business because you have a product. I give you so many, for instance, example of products that you can launch without investment or little investment, and you can start literally in a few hours to open your shop in Shopify or Etsy. So those technical parts as a matter of fact, those technical parts of business with my clients, it will go on the last month of our time together because that part is the easiest part. Have the logo, open the business in Shopify or Etsy, the business name, the perfect product, the perfect moment. And that's because you can, like I said, mentioned before, not only open a store within hours in Shopify and Etsy, but as long as you have the business product, not only the business product or service, that's all you need. After that, you will figure out what will come after that. As a matter of fact, I remember buying certain crystals in my crystal shop that where right now I would not sell them again. But in that time, I said, you know what? I'm just going to start with something so they can see, I can showcase it and then figure it out. But that confidence and that research development and that continuing to develop my strategy and my self as a crystal shop owner grew it with time. I know that I love crystals. I know that I am growing into a business with also certification as a crystal practitioner. So I'm evolving every single day, and I still do. I still learning about, for instance, how to do things in with our artificial intelligence and so forth. So yeah, confidence, as I mentioned before, it comes with practice, and that's how you have to see it. It will come little by little, and feeling that you're ready is never going to be 100%. Just like pregnancy, or or are you 100? Do you have moms? And this is for moms. Did you ever felt 100% ready to have a baby? I probably can say confidently, no, probably not, because you will learn after a while what to do in every pregnancy, even if you already have watch others with babies, is something that confidence will be built by like I mentioned, a lot of patience with yourself, love for yourself, and waiting time. So that's number one. Start before you actually feel ready. The mindset number two is remember that your business is a long-term relationship. If you feel that going to be something to try on and see if it sticks, then this is not a business for you. Meaning, if you feel that you are going to just try and or treat a business like it's a lottery ticket, and if it happens, great. If it doesn't, well, just going to change to something else, then don't start. Don't start. Remember, a business is a long-term relationship. Is the passion that you have for years. Don't go into a business because it's trendy too. Don't think that because your neighbor is selling crystals in my arena, the crystals, that means that that's a business for you. And not because it's something that you love means can be a business either. Remember, a business is something that you exchange your service and products for funding, for money. And I'm going to give you an example as well, because whenever I wanted to make sure that I treat that is a business, even though I love crystals, I wanted to make sure that I do not put my feelings into if something goes wrong, it's something about my product, something about me. I have to kind of detach myself from those products, and think about my ideal client, the service that I want to give to others. And that was something very hard to learn because, again, I love crystals. You probably heard me talking about crystals forever. But I also know that I made those mistakes before where I will buy crystals thinking that my ideal client will like it, but in reality was me liking it, and I end up not selling that. So remember that business is a long-term relationship, that that is a business at the end of the day and not a hobby. So remember that it requires also a amount of care, amount of wearing many hats. You're going to be from the beginning, probably the one who is going to post every week, the one that will get the check for the things that the vendors that you use for that product. And if you don't see immediate result, remember that it's not about you, it's not about the product. It's probably something that you're not aware. And yeah, think about that a business also will not build overnight. There's going to be others that have successfully have business in a very short time and were able to accomplish great things. But remember, that's not very sustainable sometimes, because a business is a relationship. It needs to be nurtured. It needs to be taken care of, just like any plants and flowers. And there's a term actually for those individuals or women that I learned through the years. They call them the unicorns, the ones that all of a sudden they build a business and within 6 months they already have very great reception and get success really quickly. But that doesn't happen too fast. I mean, too often. But like I mentioned, you have to water it, you have to nurture it. And the truth is that it's a process. Every business have a process. And business deserve the same patience as you give them the product. Let's say you are constructing something by hand and you're not a machine. It will take a time. If it takes an hour, remember why you did it for. If you wanted a shirt with embroidery that is not very well quality, then you can buy it somewhere else. But you and your work and your product that you put in deserve the same respect of patience. So with that, let's go with the third one, and most important in my opinion, and it is you allowing to receive. This is especially important to women. Many women have taught that give is the most important part of it. Give your love, give your service to help everyone else as much as possible. Even if you haven't had sleep, you haven't been able to eat properly, giving has always been our motto for everything, because that means if I give the most, I will receive most. But in reality, that mindset will not only exhaust you, but it will burn you out. And at the end, if it doesn't receive the same thing, you will feel guilty and you will feel that what happened? I just give you everything, all my effort, all my 2 hours making this product, and I only receive your not even 5 stars. So if you think that, first of all, if you think that success is attached to besides the financial part, that you have to receive stars and recognition, then you will wait forever because it doesn't always will come like that. You will have your perfect customers hopefully very soon, but it takes time, like I mentioned. And if you feel that having received the same amount of effort, you will feel guilty and undeserving, and those negative vibes and energy will actually show not only in your products, but the way you communicate with your clients, the way you communicate with your audience. I keep saying this over and over again. A happy woman, a happy girl are the most beautiful girls, and that's always been true in my life. I believe that I might not be others people's expectation of beauty and success and all that, but I believe my happiness and my mental well-being is the most important part of my business, because if I cannot show it, how they're going to feel that the product is great, that the crystals were, picked with love, if I'm myself not sure enough to 100% sure about my products. And if you have heard me in my past videos, how much I love my crystals, the ones that I bought, I didn't just buy them for bottom. I actually bought them with every ounce of knowledge that I received through the years, the best quality that I can get for you, because it's very important that, in my opinion, to give 100% the best that I can, so they will receive those benefits and those blessings to your hands. So, and to think that also the money is just simply a tool to get better quality of products, so you can construct it and you make it. It's also a source of freedom, so you are able to have more choices, and also to help your family and support the causes that you care about. Right now I am that's why I'm a little bit off these days, because I've been putting together my next shipping to Peru, where I'm going to send my hats. And if you don't know what it is, I am a founder of Gorritos de Amor, which is a project that I started about 13 years ago, where I make hats for babies and babies and children around the world, specifically in South America at this moment. And hopefully will be globally, but I do have and this project is basically, I started, like I said, 14 years ago, where I make hats for babies. And it started with a project that I make 20 hats. I'm obviously not thinking about the, the return or the money return or the expenses or anything like that, because it was something that is a cause that I really love and care for. So whenever I started, like I mentioned, and what it is now, right now we have sent so far about 400 hats in the past 2 years. I've been donated in different organizations, but going back to my point, the point is that this grow with one simple action, me want to help my auntie make hats and flowers so she can attach it to the hats, and it became what it is now, which is a very dear organization where right now, for instance, thanks to donations, I have so much to give. We're able to give and have yarn for many, many years because of the donations. It grows to also people wanted to also help, not only donating, the yarn, but also donated their time. So with that action have transformed it after 13 years, 14 years into a organization or project that many has participated. So I'm very, very thankful for that, and that's how I want to end this episode with just think about, you don't think that your product is needed or wanted in this world, and it's simply not true. With this project, like I mentioned before, I thought it was just my project that I'm going to do 20 hats per year and send it as whenever it comes. But the joy now that came to me and others is totally worth not only the hours that I spend making them, but the sacrifices that comes with it, because we also have to send it over. We have to make sure the customers receive them and it's all fine. So there's other people involved where they have to give it to the babies and individuals. So it has become a movement of love, and that's how I want you to see it as well, your business. That every project and every step that you make in this business is an act of love, and that act of love have to give it like that, without thinking, without mention what can possibly go wrong. Just trust the system, trust your knowledge, and the money will come, the success will come, because you're doing it with love for sure. So with that, I thank you so much for being here.
Welcome to the Goddesses Well